Welcome back to the Hockey Show. And today, we're looking at the I am disappointed board. I am very disappointed in the Spartans. They're the 9th in the WC and the 27th in the NHL. Now,
Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we're, of course, talking about the teams that have been disappointing me this season so far. The NHL season about a quarter of the way in, and some teams have just been failing at expectations so hard, and I just cannot take it, and we're going to talk about them right now. So first off, with the Ottawa Senators, a team, one of the two teams on this board that I was most looking forward to this season. I've always kind of been, if I was to choose a Canadian team for me to like, I don't have any idea why, but the Senators have always been like my Canadian team. And I was so looking forward because I really love Tkachuk. I love Stützle. I love Jacob Chychrun. I love Jake Sanderson. All of the players on the team I could list off, and I just love them. And I was so hoping and thought for sure that this was going to be finally the season that they break into where they're supposed to be and be a top team in at least the East. At least the East. Maybe not like superstar, but at least in the wild card, maybe breaking into the top 3. But they are so far from that. They're 9th in the wild card race, 27th in the NHL, 16 points, 8-8, and they are 7 points away from the second wild card spot, the best spot that they could get into. It is insane. And it's so weird because unlike the other people on this list here, right, the other teams that I'll get to soon, the Senators are not like abysmal, right? The issue is that they just are not winning. Kind of like the Vancouver Canucks, where they should have been winning all this time. They should be in their prime, where they're at in their development stage at this point, and they snapped, and they're finally winning now. The Sens are not. They're basically in the same zone where they've got the offense. They have the offense to win. They have a defensive squad that's good. And they have a goaltending tandem that is good enough to keep them competitive. The issue is that they just don't win. They have offense. They have defense. They have goaltending. They're missing that win attitude. They're just missing that killer instinct that pushes a team over the line that the Avalanche have, right? They're missing it. They have all the pieces of a superstar centerman, amazing forwards who can score. They have depth on their side. They have young guys who are just still developing, defense that can play defense and score, and goaltending that can get them through. And they are just still stuck at 27th and second to last in the East. Second to last. The only team below them in the East is Columbus. The team is atrocious. Not too far away from them is the New Jersey Devils. 19 points so far, 3 points better than them, and they are 8th in the Western Conference, 8th in the wild card race in the East. They are the third worst team above the Senators and the Columbus Blue Jackets in the East. This team, what the hell? And I've really boiled it down, right? 9-9-1, they're a -3. They're a -3. This team can score goals. They absolutely can. Take a look at, okay, here are 2 examples of what goes for the whole team. No matter if it's their top number 1 minutes defenseman in Dougie Hamilton, or if it's the guy that they brought into this team expecting him to be that power forward goal scorer that they've been looking for. Meyer or Hamilton, both of them, 16 points for Hamilton, 11 points for Timo Meier. -12 is Timo Meier. Timo has been out there to produce at least 11 goals. He has either scored or assisted and making a goal happen, and who knows how many he's been out there for. And he is still a -12. A -12. Hamilton, their number 1 defenseman, 16 points, is a -8. This team cannot keep the puck out of the net for the life of them, no matter what it costs them. Jack Hughes is also a negative player. All of the players on this team, except, I think Colin Miller and Michael McLeod, are the only people who are not in the minuses. Everyone else, from Tyler Toffoli to Jack Hughes, Dawson Mercer, all, I believe, in the negative. And that goes for the whole team. They cannot keep the puck out of them. They can score and they have offense, but they need something to shut down the other team from scoring. And for me, I was saying, I think Lindsey Ruff was wanting to go after a Hellebuck. He was asked at the draft. He was like, if Hellebuck's out there, what do you think about him? And he said, we're always looking to make the team better. And so I was like, oh, he must be alluding to that. So who knows? Maybe he's trying to get something to happen there. But I don't know. The team needs something defensively, because offensively, they're fine. Defensively, it is atrocious. It is an absolute train wreck. The Buffalo Sabres, a team that I wish I could say the same pros for the New Jersey Devils, but I cannot. This team was third in goals for last season. Third behind the Bruins and the Edmonton Oilers. Third. They were electric. They were their own solar and nuclear power plant. They were so electric out there. And now they are 9th worst in the league when it comes to goal scoring. 9th worst. 6th in the wild card. And just 22nd in the NHL. It is just insane. 9-10-2. The record is horrible. The Sabres, going into this year, I was so excited. It was them. It was the Sabres and then Ottawa for the teams I was most excited to see and see improve. And they just haven't. And I don't know what. Tage Thompson went from being a wizard, a 7-6 whatever he is, wizard who can just make moves like no one has ever seen before, and just move like just a beautiful painting, like Bob Ross making a painting out there on the ice. And now he's injured forever, and even when he wasn't, he just wasn't doing too much. The whole team is just in tatters. It is sad, because I was so looking forward to them. The team is just an absolute train wreck. There's no other way to put it. There's no good attribute about them other than Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin and Owen Power, I guess. So those defensive guys are fine. But everyone else, there is no praising that could be given to this team. It is such a disappointment. And then the Edmonton Oilers. Now, I don't need to write much for the Edmonton Oilers. For you, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming, even though I know they say not to do that, but I'm assuming you're probably aware of how bad the Edmonton Oilers are. And I didn't need to write any extra stat of whatever. This team does not know how to play any sort of defense at all. When it comes to goaltending, people, and I've said it in my videos for the past however long, is Stuart Skinner has never looked good to me. He was somehow voted by absolute idiots to be an all-star of all things. And then Jack Campbell, who was an unproven goaltender that had so much hype for some reason, fails completely. This team's goaltending somehow was written as great. And it isn't. And I don't know where that thought came from. I don't know where the belief that this goaltending tandem would be good. The defense of the Oilers, of somehow believing that guys like Darnell Nurse, Ekholm was good when they first brought him in. He's not bad, but he's definitely not he's not the what they call Nicholas Lidstrom. He looks like a modern day Nicholas Lidstrom. No. Bouchard, Cody Ceci, the defense is like the Pee Wee League of the Vegas Golden Knights. It's trying to be good. You can say Nurse is supposed to be their Petrangelo. You can say Bouchard is the Theodore. And it's just in every aspect. You Cody Ceci, the defensive defenseman, is their Alec Martinez. And it's just you are so wrong. This team's defense is horrendous. It is wretched. It is an absolute just stink fest, is the Oilers. Overrated team. Don't understand people's hype about them. They are not going to turn things around. McDavid, Leon should be out of the city. And that is just the bottom line. So those are the teams that I wanted to make and highlight about being disappointments. There's a couple more that are kind of turning things around, but right now these are the 4 teams that are just failing at their jobs of being good. And that is all I gotta say. So, thank you for watching this. If you made it this far, please, I'm begging you, pick up your free subscription. And until next time, Too Sweet, have an amazing day. And ta-ta for now.